Today we are taking an aerial tour of the Villages, Florida. So in this episode I have hired Todd of TJ Media. He does all of my real estate photography, but he is also a drone pilot, and he took the aerial footage for me. So I'm very grateful to be able to put this episode together for you today. We will look at all of the different sections of the Villages, and I will narrate a little bit about what you can expect to find as far as age of home, maybe some of the amenities, and what to expect from the different areas of the Villages, because I know it's very confusing for a lot of buyers that can't quite grasp just how large the Villages is and what, how much area it encompasses, and where is south of 44, and how does that relate to north of 46, 466, and yeah, I'm sorry. I know this string is hanging here, but I put a pickleball at the bottom of it, and this is for when my granddaughter comes. I give her a pickleball paddle, and she sits there and hits it, because she's going to, my goal is that she's going to be 3. In 10 years, she and I are going to play in a tournament together. But anyway, if you want to get on my email newsletter list, there's an episode every week called The Good, the Not So Bad, and the Ugly, and that's to you in an email. You can subscribe. If you click on the title, there will be a link, or you can go to my website, which is right here. All right, so let's go fly around the Villages for about 15 minutes. Let's go. We're starting off our tour here up in the historic section. That is Orange Blossom Hills Country Club. That pool is really cool. That waterfall is very pretty. But what you can expect up in this area, this is on the northeastern side of 441. A lot of the manufactured homes are here. There are site-built homes popping up. Builders are now taking and knocking these homes down and actually building site-built homes, like this one right here. And you'll start to see that a lot. There you go. There's a message. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. But we're just taking a drive along. Most of the homes here were built in the late 80s, actually. And obviously now new homes, because they are building new site-built homes. But you know, it's a pretty area. Some of the sections look good, some of them do not. So you just have to be really careful when you're buying up in this area. You want to make sure that you definitely get a look at the surrounding section. This kind of gives you an idea of where Spanish Springs is across the highway, and there is a bridge, so you have access by your golf cart to get over to the Spanish Springs area. I don't know, the aerial views are really cool. This is Orange Blossom Hills Country Club. Paradise Recreation Center is up here as well. They do have tennis courts with lights, which is very nice if you play tennis and you want to play at night. I do think eventually this area will feature more site-built homes, but that's a ways off. So now we're kind of getting over near the Spanish Springs area, and you can see by the purple arrow where exactly that is and in relation to the historic district. Now they're all site-built homes, but there is a section that have modular homes, and those are put together on site. So they can be considered a single-family home, but they still have a little different look or feel. If you have any questions about that, please message me or put them in the comments below. So now you just saw Tierra del Sol, which is, this is, you know, not far over from Spanish Springs. The homes in this area, you know, they're built in the early to mid 1990s. This is what you find with the courtyard villas. They're all kind of this coral and flamingo pink color. Most of them have that curved driveway, 1.5 car garage. We don't see that 2-car garage until we get further south. But again, all the homes in this area are built in the mid-90s. A lot of them are having updates, so you can find good buys with updated homes in that Spanish Springs area. Now we're going up into Marion County. And, you know, again, we still have these family style homes, more mature landscaping, which gives it a very warm feel of a neighborhood. Homes in this area were built 2001 through 2004. And, you know, to me, this looks like a neighborhood where I grew up. Trees, bigger yards, longer driveways. The setbacks of the homes are further into the property, so you have a lot of space that you don't get as you get further south. So let's hit Sumpter Landing. Now we're coming in from the west, going east. Now Sumpter Landing obviously is the most popular square that we have. And people want to buy homes here. People want to rent, especially if they're a snowbird in this area, because it's easy access to all of the amenities. Homes here were built in the early 2000s. Now this was summer day. You can see how crowded this square can get. But this lifestyle is so much fun. And there is always something to do here in the villages. But again, if you are looking for a rental property, I think Sumpter Landing is a good choice, although we'll talk about a long-term investment as we get further into the video. People sit here and they have drinks and chat, and they can still hear the music on that deck, so that's really cool. All right, next up, we're going to hit Brownwood. All right, so there we are on the map. Brownwood is, I'm sorry, that's flashing there. Brownwood's down there in the corner right off of 44. We're panning over Eisenhower Rec Center. So now Brownwood, all of the homes are about 10 years old, 12 years old. So you will not find updated homes for the most part. They have not received a new roof. They won't need a new HVAC or hot water heater. They will maybe in about 5 years, but they don't right now. The patio villa in this section and north pretty much was only the colony, about 1,180 square feet. They started to develop different options to the patio villa as we got south of 44. But one thing that's very prevalent in the villages, and if you're looking between these two homes, you can see how close the backyards are. Kissing lanais, whatever you want to call it. This is very prevalent in this area, unless you're on a waterfront or golf course. But again, these designer homes are set back further off the road than we do in the south. Courtyard villas primarily are still on an angle. You're starting to see 2-car garage in this area, but not the straight drive-in. That does not occur until south of 44. So we're just going to take another little aerial view. Brownwood is my favorite square. I like that country western type of theme. And again, these homes are built in, 2010. And then they started to move further south. So as we go further south, we're going to get into the Fenney area. Now that arrow is pointing to the other side of the Turnpike, where you'll find all of the new construction. But courtyard villas, bungalow villas, 1-car, here's a straight, this is a unique 2-car and a cart garage. Here we're looking at a patio villa, and this is where you're going to start to see the different variations of patio villa. 1-car and a cart, 1.5 and a cart garage. Some of them also have 3-bedroom. This area, Fenney is built in 2016 area. Edna's on the Green is over in Marsh Bend. We are starting to get more and more amenities. South of 44, gas stations coming. But you can see the homes here are not set back very far. I call it like kind of like a movie set. Everybody's close to the road and they're very close to one another. Patio villas, same thing. But if you're looking for easy access to the Turnpike and 75, south of 44 is a good option. I also think for long-term investment, south of 44 is a great opportunity because they're building further south. It will be the middle of the villages before long. Eastport's coming. Sawgrass eventually will have music at some point in time soon. And this over here is near Everglades, which is on the Marsh Bend side. We still have some open spaces. I'll say it again. I love this aerial view. It's just a cool way to see and take a tour. So the last stop, we're taking a look over in the St. Catharines area. That is where, besides going up Megason, St. John's, Richmond, DeLuna, that new construction, the rest of the new construction further south is down this way. On this side of the Turnpike, which would be on the east side of the Turnpike, that's where you'll find that's where Eastport is going. Going down 470, they're changing this traffic pattern to get onto the Turnpike. This is the road that's leading from that multimodal path that will connect the Fenney side, Linden, with the other side of the Turnpike. This is not as easy as it looks. Okay, I'm going to ask you a favor. Click up above. If you enjoy traveling or you just want to help me out, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my new travel channel, it's all about things to do in Florida, but the United States, where I will take you on a journey with me, whether I have a sidekick or if I'm solo. So pack your bags. What are you waiting for? You like this episode? Check them out over there. There are a few more that you might find interesting, so stick around.